This is Dave, NZ1J. This is a demonstration of using the NanoVNA to measure SWR on an antenna system. This is the 4-inch model of the NanoVNA. There is a 3-inch model. This one has a few extra features. This is the default setting that comes on this model. Different manufacturers have slightly different settings, but they're almost all the same. Here's how we're going to start. Touch here on the screen. That brings up a menu. Recall lets us bring back memories. The memories have to be set in advance. This video won't cover that. So here's recall. This setting, 6 to 8 megahertz, covers the 40 meter band. I select that. And now we have recalled all the presets to measure SWR on the 40 meter band. Touch here to get rid of the menu. Here's what we see. Over here in the upper left corner, that is where the antenna and the antenna tuner are connected. That's all that's needed. There is no transmitter. There's no other SWR meter. The NanoVNA does all the work. We have 3 traces, like the trace on an oscilloscope, and they're color-coded. So there's a yellow, there's a green, and there's a blue. Here is the reference for each of those. So SWR is yellow. Reactance, the symbol is X, it's green. Resistance, R, is blue. Each scale has its own place for an origin. For instance, resistance can never be 0. It can never be negative. So 0 is at the bottom. And it tells us here 100 ohms, that's 100 ohms per division. So if this blue trace were here, that would be 100 ohms, 200, 300. On the green, we have reactance. Reactance can be both positive and negative. Therefore, the 0 point for reactance is here, and there's a little tick mark. And it's also set to 100 ohms per division, so that would be negative 100 ohms there, and that would be positive 100 ohms there. SWR starts at 1 to 1. So the bottom line would be 1 to 1, and it is set to 1 per division. So this point would be 2 to 1, 3 to 1, 4 to 1, up to the top would be 9 to 1. Those settings are all adjustable. They've all been made and stored into memory. This is just a demonstration of using it after it's stored in memory. So we are using a manual antenna tuner. We've got pretty good SWR dialed in right now. Here it's showing it's at 1.3. That is the measurement at the cursor. So we're at this frequency. It's displayed here, and we've got that SWR. I'm going to make a couple of little changes to the antenna tuner. So here I'm turning one of the capacitors, and that says now we are more mistuned, and the result is an SWR 2.6. So that's a quick look at how to use it once it's set. We'll need a much longer video to go through the setup method. But this should hopefully make you a little bit more comfortable with the NanoVNA and what it can do for you. And one of its main uses is to measure SWR, which I think you can see here it does very well.